All right, guys, let's try this shit again. I'm gonna redo this live stream because the previous one apparently ended because of for some copyright issues. All right, so we're gonna respond to this dating talk show of this couple, and I'm gonna speed through some of this. Basically, they met last year of high school, right? Now they're in college. She fucking put them in the situationship zone, okay? Probably was dating other guys and then came back to him. So now they're talking it out. This talk show host series is having them answer a bunch of random questions, getting them to reveal their feelings, whatnot. So me as a dating coach, I'm gonna break down what she did right, what she did wrong, what did he do right, what did he do wrong, who's more fucked up, you know, is he traumatized, is he ruined for life? Can he learn something from this? So I'm going to break it down from a dating coach perspective.
Please read it.
Search your name in the other person's messages. Do we have to do this?
Trigger on a date.
I think if they can't talk to me, I don't mind carrying a conversation, but I feel like when I have to do 90% of the work, that's a sign that we aren't compatible. I feel like it's hard for me to be vulnerable with people sometimes, and with Justin, I feel like I can tell him anything.
All right, so she goes to UCLA, the other guy goes to USC.
I met Justin 5 years ago at a conference for UC Berkeley during high school. At the end of the conference, we had little envelopes and I found a note in it. It said hi, it was nice to meet you, and a phone number.
What's funny is my ex went to UC Berkeley and I met her on a Yahoo chat room. Yeah, it was weird. It was Indian dudes, chat bots, and then she was there. UC Berkeley, great school, by the way. 30 minutes. I'll just meet you guys after.
And FaceTiming a lot and just kind of hit it off.
We dated for about 6 months, and then right after that, things kind of fell apart.
I was still immature, had a lot to learn, and then the way it ended was really messy. I really, really hurt her.
We rekindled my first year of college, and then we also rekindled this year, which is my 4th year of college.
Okay, so going back to what I said earlier, if you meet a girl at the beginning of college, she's gonna bump into a lot of dudes, right? So there's a chance where if you meet at the end of high school, there could be a lot of incompatibility issues, right? Everything seems okay, but then they go to college, they get invited to parties, and obviously girls have way more access to events, right? If you're just even a mid-looking girl, you're gonna get invited to a lot of things. So she's gonna get invited to sorority parties, she's gonna get invited to just regular parties, nightlife, whatever. And if you're an Asian guy studying computer science or math or physics or whatever, you're almost never gonna bump into girls just by accident, right? Unless you really learn cold approach and you put yourself out there. So that's the gap between guys and girls during college, right? If you're a regular girl who's somewhat social, you're gonna have a lot of options, and this is not very uncommon, right? So you date in high school, things kind of split ways, and then she's gonna have a whole shitload of options, and then a lot of times when they come back, it just means those options didn't pan out. She could have been played, maybe she liked a guy, but the new guy didn't treat her well, right? So that happens all the time. Girls are looking for better options. They get pumped and dumped. They come back to you, right? So you don't want that. And the way I see it, almost statistically, any girl that breaks up with you, that's it, dude. You should not take a girl back or try to make it work.
I called her, is it me? Can I just not get over my first love?
I got out of a relationship a few months ago. Right after that is when me and Justin started talking again.
See, it's never oh, I was in a great relationship and I started talking to the guy that I was dating in early childhood. It's pretty sure the guy that she dated dumped her.
And it's really fun. We went on multiple dates. We're going to date soon. So yeah, I think situationship is the best way to put it.
Where we stand right now is just friends, but just friends that feel emotionally connected and physically attracted to one another. And I was like, okay, well, that doesn't sound like just friends, but yeah, I can do that.
Look, man, You can only be put in these situations if you allow it to happen. Like, two people have to agree on this. So this is what I think. I feel like a lot of Asian guys, they need to learn persuasion books. They need to read books outside of pure academia, right? So you should never prioritize a girl that does not put you first. All right. They have some drinks.
That you failed to do or say in a past relationship.
My most recent relationship and what I regret or failed to do was stand up for myself. I just destroyed myself, my whole identity. I cut off all my friends because I was told that for whatever reasons, they weren't really my friends. They didn't really care about me. I was told, don't talk about your interests. Don't talk about this stuff because I don't care.
Okay, guys.
I let it drag on.
You don't get a girl turned on by talking about your fucking problems and your insecurities and your personality flaws, right? You don't get a girl turned on by saying, oh, I care too much. I cared about guys and girls that I thought were friends, but they didn't reciprocate and they didn't really respect the fact that I cared. I'm a pushover. How is that going to make a girl turned on?
Because if I did that, then the relationship would continue and my partner would be happy and she'd be happy. And it happened for a reason. And it made me who I am now. And it formed.
Right.
What's the worst thing someone could say about you?
Okay, I'll go.
You go, yeah.
I think if someone were to tell me that, like, I don't know, like you've had it so easy, or that like you didn't work hard, or especially in college, because like I go to UCLA, like a lot of people come from like very affluent backgrounds, privileged backgrounds, and like I didn't grow up that way, like immigrant household. And so when people say that, it's like, you don't know me.
Okay, so just to reiterate, the question was, what is the worst thing somebody can say about you? And she's like, oh, thinking I'm poor or I have it easy, right? So based on the way she's answering these questions, you can tell she cares about status and perception a lot, right? She's probably driven by external motivations. So does not make her good dating quality, right? So is about how she's being perceived. So you want to date a girl that's more internally motivated by things. And this is very common for Asians, right? Especially if you're born from a first-generation immigrant household, you're living off of survival mode. You're living off of survival, getting by, saving money. And I do feel like a lot of Asian people don't climb up the pyramid of self-actualization, right? They're not thinking about like, oh, what about connection? What about like doing something to society? They're thinking about the lower levels. So, and this is very common amongst a lot of Asian girls.
I think someone could say about me is like, why do I care so much? Like, that's something that friends have often told me in an effort to be like, just let it go. Or like, why does it bother you so much?
Yeah, you can tell fundamentally these two people have different value systems and the way their brain works are completely different.
Being in touch with my emotions and emotional intelligence is something I take a lot of pride in. And
FaceTime the other person's mom.
Oh, it's got to be mine then because...
Oh yeah, because...
Okay, all right, where's my phone?
Because I'm laughing.
All right, they called their moms.
Basically, we got a challenge card and it says to FaceTime the other person's mom. So that's
sorry, mom. Love you. Sorry.
Okay, so why is he sorry that they're calling his mom, right? And I feel like this is very common in Asian households where like the parents, they don't really talk about dating with their kids. And as a result, they just don't get that dating experience, right? Like you could tell it's very awkward for him to talk to his mom about dating, right? Whereas if this was like a white family, they would just tell the mom like how the dating show is going. Hey mom, how are you? Hey, we learned a lot about ourselves, blah, 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 XYZ, right? He can't even bring himself to look at his mom and just have a normal conversation. And that is a problem.
Okay, I love you. All right. When was the last time that you really cried?
Okay, for me at least, it was on the FaceTime that we had a few weeks ago, and we had talked about like, oh, what are we? What should have? I decided like talking.
It was the drive back. we hung out all day, and then you walked into my car, and then you got in the car, and you're like, I got something to tell you. And we all know what happened, but I felt like I had no say in it. I felt very blindsided and led on at the time.
Yeah, telling a girl when you cried is gonna make her panties dry up forever. All right, don't do that.
Okay.
Damn, look at she deleting messages.
All right, this is the juicy part, right? So, I mean, we kind of know what's going on. They're asking each other to show their phones to the other person. So obviously, if you're texting a lot of guys or girls or whoever, it's going to show up, right?
Okay, next question.
So,
Okay, it's a challenge card.
Oh shit. Please read it.
Search your name in the other person's messages. Do we have to do this?
I'll do it.
You don't have to do anything. For sure.
Okay, fine.
All right, you guys get 5 more seconds.
Okay.
Damn, look at she deleting
Sorry,
messages. Wait, you
no.
deleting stuff?
Go ahead. And we're only going to give 10 seconds to look for the other person's phone.
yeah, this is
no.
bad.
Okay.
All right, basically, he sees a bunch of shit on her phone and he's heartbroken, right?
Not for my end.
Yeah, you could tell he's fucking upset, right? She's probably talking shit. She's probably disrespecting him. Awkward moment.
Like here and there.
You said it was just him reaching out.
She's avoiding eye contact.
I guess kind of both. Are you sure? I don't want to take it.
How much you guys talk?
It's irrelevant. Enough. They talked enough.
You want him back?
Some other dude.
So
Greatest fear. I was going to touch on it anyway.
All right, let's jump.
You don't bring up Valentine's Day without.
All right.
but I got out of a relationship not too long ago. I think I feel really confused. Yeah, like I know it hurt him a lot. Like I didn't know this was gonna happen, or like I didn't know he was gonna react that way. And so I think I feel surprised, confused.
There,
All right. You guys have any questions? Look, man. So yeah, the girl probably wasn't the best girlfriend or whatever you want to call it, but you know, I watched a few response videos about her and everybody's like, oh, she's so bad, she's so evil. Is she really though, or she's just like a regular girl? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, what percentage of women act just like her, right? What percentage of women are talking to other guys in college, right? What percentage of women are in situationships or in relationships where it's on and off? It's a lot. It's far more than 50%, I would assume, right? So you got to understand what she's doing isn't like the most evil thing out there. She's just a normal girl. Maybe not the best one, but you know, it's definitely within. It's very common, right? For somebody who lives in Vegas, taught dating for decades, and seeing girls get pulled in nightclubs, seeing girls with boyfriends do certain things. You know, what she did is not that fucked up. It's like it's pretty normal shit, right? And so it's really on the ownership of the guy to act accordingly, right? Like, you should never rely on the girl to do her job and fulfill her aspect of the dating. You should rely on your dating skills, right? What comes down to it is the only reason this dude is in this situation is, number one, he's not meeting more women. Problem number one. If he met more women, he would have more options, okay? And he wouldn't be so bait around this girl, okay? Number two, he's a pushover. He doesn't have fucking boundaries, right? Girl fucking disrespects him. He drives all the way an hour to pick her up. And then she's like, nah, I'm going to stay with my friends, right? And he's still trying to go after this girl, right? He knows he's not the girl's best option. He's still going after this girl, right? It's not like this girl is, if you just had basic dating experiences and you just practice normal dating and you actually meet women consistently, this girl's behavior is written all over her face. It's not like she's conspiring to ruin his fucking life. This girl is just being like every other fucking girl, mid-girl, right? And so this might be a blessing in disguise because it could be the best thing that's ever happened to a dude. Because you don't want to get fucked over in your 30s and, you know, you're married and you have kids and then you get fucked over, right? Getting fucked over in college is like the best thing that's ever happened, right? Just as a guy who's way out of college for many decades, getting fucked in college is the best thing ever. Because then now you got a chip on your shoulder, right? Some girl that you thought you were in love with, you ate a dose of reality. Now you're coming out of fucking UCLA. You know what I'm saying? You're coming out of UCLA, or sorry, USC, top school in America. Since he's Asian, I'm just going to assume he has a good career. He's going to be working harder. He's going to go to the gym. He's going to talk to more girls. He's going to sign up for my boot camp. This may be the best thing that's ever happened to this guy. You don't want to, there's no repercussion. Like, think about it. You dated a girl out of college. There is no fucking repercussion, right? Like, it wasn't like he went to a shitty school to stay with her. It wasn't like there were financial repercussions. There's nothing, right? So in the grand scheme of things, there was nothing about this relationship that negatively impacted this guy from a long-term perspective. And I think most guys, especially most Asian men, they need a fucking kick in the ass. They need a push. They need to fucking not be in this blue pill forever, right? Obviously, like, you know, I believe in true love, but I'm just not retarded and I can spot the signs, and I've talked to like 20,000 women. So true loves exist, but you got to understand, like, how many girls you got to fucking talk to. Like, I honestly don't think 1 out of 100 girls is dating material. I really don't think so. 1 out of 100 is very generous, right? If you're a guy that, like, top 1% in career, you fucking go to the gym, you have the best diet, you're disciplined, right? You're well-traveled, you have global knowledge, you've been around the world, you have real estate, you have properties. Like, how many girls could you realistically date that can actually be a true ally in your life goals? Less than 1 out of 100. Most girls that you meet is not long-term material. So you shouldn't be upset, right? You should get heartbroken, all right? Go on the internet, go read some dating content, read some pickup material, go take a fucking boot camp, and then learn how to talk to girls so that you really see what your options are. Dude, this guy, he's not even bad looking. He's like a really good looking dude, not overweight, good fashion, good hairstyle, USC. He's gonna fucking kill it in life. Anyways, let me know what your questions are. Do you think this is a good thing? Do you think this is a bad thing? Yeah, I really think him breaking up with this girl would be like the best thing that can happen to this guy. I feel like the girl is already gaining weight. She's pretty mid. I think he's better looking as a guy than the girl. Cool. So just understand that if you're ever in a situation where you're talking to a girl and it starts to get fucked up, that is the best thing that could fucking happen to you, okay? I dated a girl from Berkeley for 7 years, and this is gonna be another live stream, but fucked up shit happened. And that was the catalyst for me to go out and learn cold approach. And at the time, this was what, 2000 and, fuck, dude, it was like 2009, 2010, right? Yeah, obviously getting cheated sucks, but then when something really bad happens, it's kind of like the boats, the bridges are burned. You burn the boats, you burn the bridges. You only have one path. And the thing is, if this guy continues to talk to this girl, he would never work on himself. He would never fucking figure out cold approach. He would never fucking put himself out there. Okay. So it's only, Mike, you haven't aged, you bastard. Well, dude, what happens when you're Asian, man? That's what I'm saying. This guy could probably date hundreds of women in the next 20 years, right? He's 22, 23. Yeah. So I think this is a blessing in disguise. I don't like how all these other reaction videos, I think ABBA and Preach, this black duo that makes reaction videos, they're like, oh, he's a simp, blah, blah, blah. But from an actual practical dating coach perspective, this is the best thing that can happen to him, right? You don't want to wait to hit a dose of reality when you're 35, you have 3 kids, she takes half your fucking money. No, you want to get a taste of dating reality early, in your early 20s. Now you're going to be making, you're going to come out of USC, you're going to be making $200K a year, right? You're going to be a top 5% guy, buy some protein shakes, you get some dating coaching, and this guy could fucking slay, man. He's already better looking than like most of my clients. He's definitely above average on the look scale, right? He can talk. He just needs to get out more and to you in 3 days.